Hey, YouTube, Texas Blades here. So today we're going to be taking a look at the folding Coleman camp saw. Now cost on this saw is right around $8 to $10, somewhere in there. I've seen them on Amazon for right at $8. Haven't seen it too many other places. I actually haven't looked in too many other places, but Amazon's probably going to be your best bet. I think it's high $7, $7.90, something like that, with free shipping. So shipping is included in that. Just a quick look at it. It's got a 7-inch blade on it. Dual cutting action, so you get cutting in reverse and forward strokes. I counted the teeth on it, but I forget what the number is, and I'm not just going to sit here and count them again. So I can say that it gets more cutting action on the reverse stroke than it does on the forward. You can see it just glides across my finger, and when I try to come back with it, it kind of catches it. So I have used it quite a bit now. Well, I say quite a bit. I've probably done 5 or 6, large cuts with it. So nothing too big in diameter, but big enough. So this is the little locking latch right here. You can see that little hook right there, slides up in there. This latches around it, clamps down on it. I do believe that this blade's replaceable. Looks like it'd be easy to replace, so hopefully it's a replaceable blade. I haven't seen replacement blades for it, but I assume that's what that's for. They made it to where the blade's removable. It does have a lanyard hole, however, you can see you would have to remove the lanyard after every use before you ever closed it, or your saw probably isn't going to close, but it's going to mess up your lanyard as well. You see that one tooth just comes right down into that lanyard hole. So lanyard hole was kind of useless. I don't know why they put it on there. They should have made the handle just a little bit longer to where the lanyard, you could put a lanyard in it permanently. You wouldn't have to take it off and on. I do think it's a cool little saw. It's lightweight, compact. It's a convenient folding design, kind of like a Baco saw without the Baco price. You're looking at, for the Baco, probably $20 more than what I paid for this one. And I actually got this one in on trade, but say I had paid for it. So it's not going to be one of those things that you're going to want to use every day. It's not that type of saw. It's made for use here and there. It's not made for heavy-duty use. You will wear out the blade kind of quick. You're going to have to sharpen it often if you use it often. I couldn't find what kind of steel the blade's made out of, but it's definitely stainless. There's no rust anywhere on this thing. There wasn't when I got it either, and the person I got it from isn't known for taking extra good care of their blades. So I would imagine if there was any, kind of carbon content, it would be, just covered in rust, kind of like the Mora blade I got from them, the Mora Companion. So you don't have to worry about rust on it. We did go over some reviews other people had put out on this, and they vary. Some of them are great, some of them are bad. It's like I said, this saw is for light and infrequent use. One guy said that the nut loosens and needed to be Loctited, needed Loctite put on it, rather. One guy complained that it doesn't lock when it's closed. You can't lock it. You can see the lock's closed on there and it still opens. Now it kind of catches right there a little bit, but it will open on you. This is not made for keeping it locked closed. It's just made for keeping it locked open, so keep that in mind. Reviews just varied. Most gave it right around 3 out of 5 stars. There was a few 1 out of 5 stars, and there was a couple of 5 out of 5 stars. I think if you want a great folding saw, go with the Baco. If you want something that you're just going to use once in a while when you're out and about, this is the saw for you. If you don't use your saw often like me, I don't use my saw too often. I usually have a large chopper or a small knife that I can use as a cutting tool. I don't actually need a saw. I carry it anyway just in case, I do need it, but majority of the time I'm not going to be using a saw. I'm going to be using a hatchet, I'm going to be using a machete, large knife, something along those lines. But if you ever do need a precise cut on something, then a saw, is irreplaceable whenever you do need it. So I am going to carry the saw. I just think if you're the type of person that uses a saw often, you're going to want to pick something else up. You're not going to want to use this one. It's not fantastic. The blade is super thin, and when it's oiled, it cuts really well. Just not as well as I would like it to, and for that reason, I can't give it 5 stars. We're going to say 3 stars. Yeah, we'll give it 3 out of 5 stars. I guess because the blade has a lot of flex in it, which is a good thing for a saw. However, this thing catches like crazy whenever you're sawing through something, so it'll almost jerk out of your hand. So they needed a way they should have had the blades going opposite directions, kind of like a Baco saw or a lineman saw. If anybody's ever used a lineman saw, them things cut through wood like butter. These teeth are all perfectly straight. One should be cocked a little bit that way, and the next one should be cocked a little bit this way, so you're getting more of a cut area, so there's less for the top of the blade to bind to. Does that make sense? It does in my head anyway, so I knew what I was trying to get out there. I just don't know if I quite got it out the way I should have. So yeah, we're going to give it 3 out of 5 stars. That may change because we're going to be doing a lot of work with this saw. We're going to be playing with it to see how long it takes to dole it out, because when I got it, it was practically new. He had used it, but just not that much. Not enough to dull the blade, the teeth at all. So we're going to let you know how long those teeth last, and we're going to be looking for some replacement blades and see how much it costs to actually replace the blade, see if you can get more aggressive teeth. Maybe they make different blades for it. So we're going to look around and we're going to let you guys know in an update video. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching, YouTube.